Hey everybody, in today's video, I want to break down the 3 pricing strategies that you should be implementing into your coaching and therapy business. Now, if you're confused about pricing, you're confused about payment plans, you're not too sure how to put all this structure into place, what I'm going to do, guys, is break this down. And this is actually what we teach our paid program students, our 100K coaching program, but also our therapy maximizer students to do. So let me give you this entire breakdown. It'll be a very, very quick video. Make sure you grab a notepad and pen and write this stuff down because you can implement this into your business today. Now, guys, don't get confused because a lot of people think, well, therapy or hypnotherapy has to be charging different. NLP is charging different, coaching is charging different, RTT or healing is charging different. The 3 pricing strategies that I'm about to teach you, which are very, very simple, can be applied regardless of your business, regardless of what you call yourself or what type of therapy you use. So let's break this down really, really quickly, guys. I'll talk about the key first, and then I'll break down the 3 strategies here. First of all, when it comes to pricing strategies, the first thing people try and figure out is payment plans. You guys always want to be aiming for full payment and avoid payment plans at any cost. Trying to chase payment plans or to track your business with a certain percentage of payment plans, a certain percentage of full pay, gets really messy very, very quickly. Your time is way too valuable to be chasing clients for money. To risk clients saying, you know what, Scott, I want to work with you. I'll come and see you on Thursday. I'll pay you on Thursday. And then the client shows up and they don't bring their wallet. They don't bring their credit card. I had that far too many times when I was a stop smoking therapist. So this is the process how to put into place. I always aim for full pay and I avoided payment plans at all cost. Secondly, you never want to be mentioning payment plans unless your client asks. So let's say you're doing the strategy call process, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a second. And at the end of the call, you say, okay, my everyday price to quit smoking is $2,500. But if you want to work with me today, I'm going to drop it down to $1,800. Now, we call this an incentive-based price, which I'll talk about more in detail. Now, let's say you've given that price and the client's thinking about it. You don't want to at that time say, well, you know what? If it's too expensive, I can give you a payment plan. We can break it down like this. No. Never mention a payment plan unless your client's response to the full price is, Scott, that sounds really good, but do you have any payment plans? And then I would break down these 3 options. But if my client doesn't ask, I'm not going to say anything because I do need full pay into my business, which is cash into my business, to keep my revenue very, very low. So what is the percentages of what you should be aiming for per month? So again, this is what we teach our students to do. You want to aim for at minimum 80% cash. So we have students right now that are doing $20, $30, $40, even $50,000 per month, full pay, like literally no payment plans, $50,000 cash in their account. Worst case scenario is they've got 80% cash and 20% revenue. So as an example, every 10 clients they get, they only allow 2 payment plans. Okay, why? Because we want as much cash into our business straight away because you've got bills to pay, you've got mortgages to pay, you've got your tax and maybe your GST to pay. You need cash to do that. You can't pay those things as a payment plan. You can't say to the bank, hey, my client's paying me another $100 next week. Can you wait till then? Obviously the answer is no. Bringing a lot of cash into your business allows us to build like what I call a war chest and allows us to make big moves in our business because we can be confident that we've got cash in our account. And also this helps us with our attitude towards therapy as well. The last thing you want to be doing with clients is worrying about paying for your bills. So guys, 80% cash, 20% revenue. So if you get 10 clients a month, 2 clients on payment plans, and I'll break down these payment plans here in a second of what I suggest, but the majority comes in cash. And lastly, as I've said a million times, you want to charge per result, not sessions. When you're breaking down your payment plans, you're not saying, do you want to buy a 5-pack or a 10-pack or a 15-pack? You just want to say, this is the end result price. Now, what's interesting and I find extremely exciting is a student that I was talking to last week, she messaged me and said, Scott, I just got paid upfront $2,800 for this client I'm working with anxiety. And I said, fantastic. She said, what was really cool is my client said to me, well, what happens if it's only 1 session? Is the price the same? What if I need 2 sessions or 3 sessions or 5 sessions? Is the price the same, or can I just pay you session by session? And the student stuck to her guns and said, no, it's $2,800, regardless whether it's 1 session of your time or it's 5. The goal is to get you to a life without anxiety, and the client agreed. So it just shows you this process actually works. So let's have a look at this. So let's look at the first point, always aiming for full pay and avoid payment plans. So the first payment plan structure or pricing strategy is what I call full pay with incentive. It means that you want to have the normal price that you would charge somebody, but you want to put some money on top of that. And then when you offer your price, you want to give them almost like a discount. Who on earth does not like a discount? Now, you do not discount your normal price. You just add more to it than you take it off. So for example, let's use the smoking scenario again. I would say, so to get you from being a smoker where you are now to the end result, which is a non-smoker, my everyday price is $2,500. But for those who are really motivated, these are the clients that I really want to work with. And it sounds like that's you. I'm going to give you something called incentive-based pricing, where if you book with me today on the strategy call, now, yes, we're doing this on a strategy call, I'm going to knock down the price to $1,800. Then I'm going to be quiet. I'm not going to say, and there are payment plans and you can do this. No, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to wait for my client to decide inside their mind whether they want to do this. Client says, yes, how do I pay? I take credit card details over the phone. Bang. Once my client has paid in full, then and only then do I get my diary out. Okay. So I get this thing right here. I'm going to get my diary out and I'm going to book them in for their first session, but they have to pay in full. Now, for somebody that also pays in full, also gets the chance to book a better spot in my diary, an earlier spot. And I'll talk about why that works and how we have to do that. So full pay with incentive, you want to try and add the incentive drop. You want to be quite substantial. You don't want to say my everyday price is $2,500, but if you book today, I'm going to give it to you for $24. Okay, so you could even go to the max of like $1,000 drop. So you might say $2,500 down to $1,500. You want your client to get excited that they're going to get a deal, because you know that if they work with you, you are going to do some incredible things with them. So it's worth their while to book today. So full pay at the end of the strategy call, the incentive is the real price. Okay, so the incentive is $1,800 is my real price, which I was going to charge you anyway, but I'm going to bring it up a bit and then I'm going to drop it down. That way I'm not missing out on anything. Then you get to book a spot in my diary. I do not get this out until they have paid. So once they've paid over the phone, get their credit card, then I say, great, congratulations. What day would you like? We can do tomorrow or we can do Wednesday, whatever it is. Okay, I want to get them in as closely to that payment as possible, also to avoid any people coming back and saying, no, I really don't want to do this. I've changed my mind. Get them in as soon as possible. So that is the best case scenario. That's 80% of your business. Now, once you've given that price, if a client says, oh, I really want to do this, do you have any payment plans? If you feel, guys, that you are confident in this person will pay and stick to the payment plan, they sound like a great client, you then want to say, yes, I have 2 payment plans. The first payment plan is what I call a 2 split. What's required for that is 50% on the phone call now, and I'm going to book you in 7 days from now. This is why the incentive, we want to get them in as close as possible to the full pay. With the first payment plan, I need to extend that time by about 7 days. Why? Because I need the other 50% of that payment done on the day of the session. I'm going to give my client at least 7 days, which is another chance for them to get paid from their job or their career, whatever it is, before they come and see me. So what I'm going to do is a 2 split. So I'm going to do 50%, which is $1,000 today. Okay, I'm going to jump up the price just a little bit because it is a bit of a risk for me. $1,000 today and $1,000 in 7 days. Now, here's the thing. It's non-refundable, but if they pay me $1,000 today and they say, that'd be awesome, that's fantastic, I'm going to book you in a week from now. So it's Monday. I'm going to book you in for the following Monday. If for some reason they don't show up to the session, they cancel, they know they can't get a refund, I've at least collected $1,000. The last thing you want to be doing is having a client say, yes, $2,000 is fine. Can I pay you $100 every week? Could you imagine trying to chase $100 a week? What a waste of time. And you do not want to be allowing your client to say, I'll pay the first time on the day. No, because in your mind, you're probably starting to spend that money. And if a client doesn't show up, not only have you risked blocking out a spot that could have gone to somebody else, but if they don't show up, what does that mean? You haven't got paid. So even with a 2 split, guys, ideally, to make it even more worth your time economically for your business, you could even say $1,500 today, which is a little bit lower than this, $1,500 today and $500 7 days from now. Why? Because I want to try and collect as much cash as possible on this initial call. So if they don't show up, at least I've got paid for my time, and it's more of a risk for them. If they put more money down, it means they're going to be more motivated. So it's 50% at least, maybe even 75%. You want to jump up the price just a little bit. 50% on the strategy call, spot in the diary 7 days from now. Okay, so not the next day, 7 days from now, so they can pay that last part. And then that last 50% or 25%, however you're going to split it, on the first session. Okay, you want to give them that plan, let them think it over. Don't offer the third one yet. Then if they turn around and say, oh, no, I really want to do it still, is there another payment plan you can have? The answer is yes, guys, but here's something I do with a 3-split payment. I make the 3-split payment sometimes a ridiculous price because it is a very big risk, okay? Because I want to mention the 3-split, but I want them to think, well, that's quite expensive. Might as well just go with the 2-split or the full pay. I want them to see the value in the full pay, okay? So I've just given you simple numbers here, but you really want to highly increase this. So look at this, 3-split. 3-split will cost you $3,000 to work with me. I mean, if they look at that, they think, well, I'll just pay the incentive price because that's almost half. Why would I pay $3,000? So if that's the case, 3-split, we do like a 50, 25, and 25, just for some easy maths. So it's $1,500 on the day, which is almost close if they just pay the full pay, and that's by design. I want them to see the value in that. Then what has to happen is they'll get a spot in my diary 7 days from now, just like the 2-split, and we need that last 25% on the day of the session. But here's where it gets messy. We then want to be charging, or really can only charge if we're doing beyond one session. If you're doing 2, 3 sessions, that's fine. Then you want that other 25% on the second or the third session. So it might be like 7 days for the second 25% and another 7 days before you collect the rest. The point here, it's already starting to get very, very messy because there's higher chance of clients dropping off. And again, you want to make the 3-split seem a little bit ridiculous, like overly priced, because I would rather they just do this. Let's just get it out of the way. You'll get a better spot in my diary as well. Just pay the incentive price. So $3,000, they do $1,500 on the strategy call today, which is way more expensive than this. $750 7 days later, and another $750, yes, coming into the last session or the third session, whatever it is. Already trying to explain it's getting really, really messy. The point here is you do not want to offer payment plans unless your client asks for them, but this is where you should go. If you find that you're getting a lot of clients asking for payment plans, there's a couple of things going wrong. You're speaking to the wrong people, you haven't highly defined your niche, or you just haven't mastered how to sell your services and show the value enough where a client thinks $1,800 today is absolutely worth it. Do not run a business trying to chase payment plans because it is terrible for your revenue. It's terrible when you go to do your taxes. It's terrible when you try and track your business, which the economics of your business is something you want to highly focus on. Like I said, we have students that are clearing between $40,000 and $50,000 per month by what we teach them with 0 payment plans, cash in their account. Think of how much your business and your life will change having $50,000 in your account every single month, and all you had to worry about was paying your tax and your GST. Not chasing payment plans, not spending hours per week where you could be creating value, doing more strategy calls, booking more clients in, trying to send emails for clients, trying to chase up a couple of $100 even there. And guys, even the most well thought out contract is going to be very, very hard to chase payment plans because clients can block you, they can ghost you, they can just simply say no, or they can drop off. You do not want to be chasing payment plans. You do not want to allow your client to get inside your diary without at least either doing the full pay, the 2-split, or the 3-split. So guys, they're the 3 pricing strategies, okay? Like I said, the point here is aim for this, guys. This is where your business should start to catapult and bring a lot of income back into your business. Get used to saying these higher prices out loud to yourself. Get used to just selling it with a full pay with incentive. And you should have no drama starting to see the revenue, the cash for your business, not the revenue, the cash in your business start to skyrocket. So guys, that's all from me for today. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment below. I'm always happy to answer these questions, or you can always reach out to me on Facebook or via our website, which is scottjansen.com.au. See you on the next video, guys. Bye for now.